I bit my lip and turned to say goodbye to the still photographer who had made the introduction, but he had vanished as well. I walked back to my own stage with my head down, avoiding eye contact the entire way. When I got to the entrance, I found Mandy and I asked her to unzip my costume so I could put my fleece back on. As she unzipped the back, she said, "Did you get to meet William Shatner?" "Uh-huh." "What's wrong?" She handed me my fleece jacket, concern in her eyes. "Well, I didn't want to say it out loud, because if I said it out loud, then it would be real. When I met him, he was a dick to me."
"Oh, Mandy, turns out that Bill Shatner's a dickhead."
Her eyes widened and she gasped, "What? Why? What happened?" I fought back tears and I recounted the now infamous introduction. "What an ass clown," she said. Oh, well, I'm so sorry." I nodded my head and she gave me a hug. I took a deep breath, shrugged my shoulders, and walked back to my trailer where I closed the door, sat down, and cried. I'd spent weeks getting up the courage to meet him, and in less than 5 minutes he had insulted and humiliated me. He had reduced me from peer to peon. I'd worn my stupid costume that I hated, thinking it would matter to him, and he'd made fun of it. 15 minutes later, an assistant director knocked on my door and told me that they were ready for me on the set. I stood up, wiped my face off, and told him that I'd need to make a quick stop at the makeup trailer on my way. He radioed this information to the first AD and told me to hurry. I walked to the makeup trailer, taking great pains to look at the ground, the walls, the sky, anything that would keep my head turned away from the Star Trek V stage. I sat in the chair and my makeup artist, Jana, began to touch me up. "I heard about what Shatner did to you," she said. "Fuck that guy, he's a jerk." I sighed. I didn't want him to be a jerk. I guess so. I said as non-committally as I could. She put down her makeup sponge and turned the chair away from the mirror so I was facing her. She looked me in the eye and said, "Don't let him upset you, Will. He's not worth it." "Okay," I lied. I knew I was going to be upset about this for a long time, write about it in 2 books, and then perform it on stage. Because I'm from the fucking future, bitches! "Okay," she said. I walked into the stage and took my seat on the bridge of the Enterprise next to Brent Spiner. "I heard about Shatner." "What, was this on the news?" "Yeah," I said. "You know he wears a toupee, right?" I giggled. "No, I didn't know that." "Oh yeah, he's balder than old Baldy up there." I guess I have to update this now and call him Sir Old Baldy. He tossed a cold thumb over his shoulder at Patrick. I giggled some more as the stored-up adrenaline coursed through my veins. Wow, he's really bald. Yep. Brent put his hands up on his console. The first AD said, "This'll be picture." We all focused. "Picture is up, very quiet, please," he shouted. "Roll camera." 25 Apple, take 1, the sound mixer said. "Sound has speed." The camera assistant clapped at the slate. "Action," said the director. Patrick entered from his ready room and walked to the captain's chair. "Mr. Crusher, take us out of orbit. Lay on a course for the Ramata system, warp 6. "Aye, sir." My fingers danced across the con. "Course laid in, sir." "Making so, Mr. Crusher." That's what it sounded like every time we went to warp speed on Star Trek. Those days on the bridge took forever. "Cut, great, new deal," the director said. "Wrong set, we're moving to the observation lounge. Actors, you have 10 minutes. On my way back to my trailer, the DGA trainee stopped me. "Gene Roddenberry would like you to call his office, Will." "What?" I changed direction and walked to the stage phone. My heart began to beat hard again. Had Gene heard? William fucking Shatner had known Gene for over 20 years. If Gene knew that I'd upset William fucking Shatner, maybe Gene would be upset with me too. I passed the craft service table set up behind the Starfield that hung next to the 10 forward set. Michael Dorn and Jonathan Frakes were pouring cups of coffee. To hell with him, W. To this day, I love it when Frakes calls me W. To hell with who? Michael Dorn said. Shatner took a shit all over the Teen Idol. Beneath his latex Klingon forehead, Michael rolled his eyes. You want me to kick his ass, Will? No, thank you though. I think I got this. I've got your back, man. I know. I dialed Gene's office and told his secretary that I was returning Gene's call. He's expecting you, just a second. There were 2 clicks and Gene's soft, friendly voice was in my ear. Hi, Will, how are you? I'm okay. How are you? I'm fine. Now, I understand you had some words with Bill Shatner today. The world slowed to bullet time. Like, I could see individual droplets of coffee dropping down into Frakes' little paper cup. One Starfield mirror slowly glinting back and forth, dust motes suspended in the middle of it as I held my breath and waited to answer. Yeah. Will, Bill Shatner is an ass. I'm very proud to have you on my show. Don't you ever forget that. Did you just say William fucking Shatner was an ass? I'm a rocket man. And then he said he was proud of me? Rocket man. Gosh, Gene, thanks. Under the circumstances, that was the best I could do. Come by my office soon, okay? Okay. We'll see you then. He hung up. I began to feel a little better. Although a childhood hero had kicked me in the nuts. A bunch of people who I cared about and respected had all made efforts to put it into perspective. I felt loved. I felt protected. The next day when I got to work, there was an envelope on my dressing room table. It was addressed to Master Wil Wheaton. It originated in the office of William Shatner. I know, right? I dropped my backpack and tore it open. Inside there was a single 3x8 note card. The Paramount Pictures logo was stamped into the top in blue, and William Shatner was stamped into the bottom in gold. There was a message typed on the card. It said, "Dear Will, you are a fine young actor, and I would be honored to have you on my bridge any day." Sincerely yours, Bill. He'd signed it in ink. My mouth hung open, and my hands trembled. I held it up to the light to make sure it was real. The phone rang. Hello? Hi, Will, it's Gene. I recognized his voice immediately. Good morning, Gene. I spoke with Bill Shatner yesterday. And he should be dropping off a note for you sometime today. It's already here, I said. I read it to him. Good. You are a fine young actor. I'll see you later. I couldn't believe it. Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek, the great bird of the galaxy, had called William fucking Shatner, Captain James T. Kirk and director of Star Trek V, and asked him to apologize to me, the 16-year-old acting ensign and drooling fanboy. Of all the wonderful gifts Gene gave me over the years, that is one of the most fondly remembered. Because I'm pretty sure that without Gene's intervention, that note never would have been written.